I was reading an old interview from the mid-2000s with David Buck, the world-famous author of The Latte Factor, and I was surprised not how dated it was, but how every single principle, nearly 20 years later, still applies today. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 8 principles of financial fulfillment that you can start applying today in your real life. This is not shortcuts, not the tactics, but those are the core ideas that wealthy and fulfilled people, they live with money every day. My name is Vitaliy Dubinin, author of Cashflow Passive, and let's go. Principle number 1, spend in alignment with your values. Financial fulfillment starts when you design a conscious spending plan that is in alignment with what you value most. When your money starts to be in a conflict with what you value most, life can become expensive and not fulfilled. You see, a lot of financial advisors, they jump straight into the numbers, but values come first. When you design your life and you live your life in a way that you spend money on what truly matters to you or what is truly important to you, whether it's your kids, whether it's your personal growth, your personal development, whether it's your hobbies, and you consciously pour money into those areas that you value most, well, that become fun and light decisions and easy. But I know people that they earn more and more money each year, but they feel less fulfilled, they feel trapped, they feel worse. Why? Because money leaks and money goes in places they don't really value. Okay, this is an important principle to remember. So if you haven't done it already, list out your top values in life. What do you value? And then look at your spending for the last 3 months and see whether it aligns with what you value. Principle number 2, pay yourself first. I know it's a timeless principle. You've heard it so many times, but the question is, are you doing it? Are you living it? You see, you get to get paid first. Not the bank, you do. Not your credit cards, you do. Not your coffee, not your car, not your insurance, you do. Because you value your financial freedom, your wealth building at the top of your value list, and you deserve to get paid first. Otherwise, what happens is people look what is left at the end of the month after all their spending has gone, and usually it is nothing, right? So you want to pay yourself first. I cannot repeat it enough times until you actually do it. It becomes habitual, it becomes automatic, it becomes a principle that you live by. And here's what happens. Once you do and you commit to it, at least 10 to 15% a month at least, but you can do more. You can do 20, you can do 25%. Hey, you can do even 40, 50% like Sir John Richard Templeton, who's committed 50% of whatever he earned. He paid himself first. But even if you do 15%, you'll be doing very good. And never touch it and put something stable like an index fund, 4 years, never touch it, you'll be doing fine. Principle number 3, spend less than you make. I know it's revolutionary, I know you've never heard it before, but hear me out. No matter what wealth building system you use, I don't care how much money you make, how much income you produce, doesn't matter if you spend more than you make, right? Because this is the only thing that matters, is the gap between your income, how much you make, and your spending, because you can take this gap and you can invest it and you become financially free. Here's what happens to most people: lifestyle creep, right? So what I mean by that? Well, you start to earn more money, you start to spend more, you upgrade to a bigger house, a better car, you start to spend more money on clothes, you start to go out more to the restaurants, and all is fine, but you lose the target, and that is the gap between your income and your expenses. That's it, right? It's one of the most important principles, and the way that you actually do that is you gotta track where your money goes. If you cannot tell where your money left your pocket in the last week, in the last month, in the last year, we have a problem, a challenge that's is easy to fix by installing new habits, your money management system. I'm actually developing a financial app where you can track everything, you can manage your money way better. You can sign up down below for a beta test when it is live. Principle number 4, realize you're richer than you think. Most people underestimate the small amounts of money that can actually go towards their financial future. Even $10 a day that you consistently save and invest over the course of your lifetime can turn into millions of dollars. I know it is hard to believe, but if you check the math, it can actually be true. You see, we are going around and we think we need to have massive incomes, but fulfillment comes from progress and from consistency, and not necessarily from bigger and bigger incomes. You see, it's all a habit. So you're already richer than you think if you start to manage your money better, if you start to direct your focus to where it truly matters, which is your financial freedom, which is your sum of money that will be diversified, and you have assets producing cash flow for you, even small amount of money. Find your latte factor, as David Buck is talking about. This coffee, this $50 you go here and there that doesn't really fulfill you, but it can instead divert it into your long-term investing. You see how this habit will start to grow into something very substantial. Principle number 5, give yourself a financial challenge every year. We're in January right now, 2026. What you're gonna do? What are your financial goals, your financial targets? Did you write it down? So challenge yourself, because financial fulfillment comes from fulfilling the promises you make to yourself. And it doesn't have to be astronomical, but make a challenge to increase your saving and investing month by month, or at least every quarter this year. Make it something that you can actually do. Maximize your investments. Maybe you are gonna read 10 financial books this year. Maybe you're gonna save up $100,000, $200,000, or $2 million this year. Give yourself a financial target that will get you to momentum, get you excited, but you're gonna look back at the end of the year and say, I did it. I did it, was worth it. And then next year, set up a new financial challenge for yourself. Principle number 6, own real assets, especially real estate. You see, you can be renting and it's fine, but if you want a multi-generational wealth, if you want to tap into the most ancient wealth principles out there, you gotta own real estate, cash flow producing real estate. Even your own home that you live in can reduce your ongoing expenses, but don't take a huge mortgage. I did a video about that, rent versus buy. You can check it out here, but on this channel. But you can actually pay that mortgage, pay the payment plan, do whatever it takes in 3, maximum 5 years. But own that real estate and then do another one, and then another one, and then another one. You gotta have the eye on the target of building a large real estate portfolio, because this is one of the foundations in your wealth building journey, in your portfolio, for you to achieve fulfillment. Because at the end of the day, you'll have your will, you'll have your kids grow, your grandkids, and you know what? When time comes and there is a real estate out there that can pass into generation, that can keep producing rental income for the people, they don't have to sell it. That's really an amazing legacy that you can live to your kids and grandkids. Principle number 7, eliminate bad debt aggressively. You see, bad debt is like you're trying to row on your boat and you have all the holes in that boat that's really holding you back. You see, high interest credit cards, they can charge 20% or more in interest. Just like compounding, it works for you. The interest from your debt, it works against you, against your wealth building. So you gotta do everything to eliminate your bad debt aggressively and never get into it for the next time, right? Some of the biggest mistakes that people do with their cars is they borrow money over time to buy a new vehicle. Not only a new car, it loses immediately 20+% of value the moment you bought it, but also the interest rates and those payments are killing you financially. Or those student debt loans that people carry with them for years and years and years. I hope you're not one of them, but listen up. You gotta be careful about this consumer debt and credit card debt, because people can get stuck for decades paying this debt. But if you're right now in this situation, well, you gotta prioritize that and aggressively go after eliminating that bad debt as soon as possible. Principle number 8, use wealth to give back. Giving back, the contribution gives us so much financial fulfillment, because you have so much money in your life, so many millions of dollars, but if you don't use a portion of that to give back, to help somebody in need, to help a family, to do something useful, then you are still stuck in a scarcity, right? And giving to people without expecting anything back, that's one of the most fulfilling things that you can do. Even if you volunteer for free with your time, check how you feel after you have volunteered. Maybe you went to a hospice place and visited somebody and talked to them. That it's just your contribution. But with your money, it doesn't matter if you have little money right now. It's all about the habit, right? It's not the amount. So you give 5% or 10%, whatever you have, into the causes you believe in or people in need, and you feel that abundance, right? If you're not willing to give $100 out of a $2,000, how you're gonna give $1 million from 20 million, $30 million, right? So it's a habit, and you start building wherever you are. Give back and see how this feeling of abundance, because whenever you give, scarcity leaves you, right? You live in abundance. So those are the 8 financially fulfillment principles. I hope you took notes. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're gonna apply those simple and easy things that you can start doing today and live by those principles. If you want my free guide, 5 steps to turn your income into lasting wealth and passive cash flow, then you can find the link download in the description of this video. It's been Vitaliy Dubinin, founder of Cashflow Passive, and I'll see you in the next videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for more amazing content, educational on personal finance, so you can master money, build wealth, and live financially free.